I think this is a good segue
Mm-hmm.
to our segment. You know her, you love her. The
The
girls.
girls' room. We haven't done it in a while.
We haven't done it in a while. So, like I said, we're going to pick one WAG every week to talk about. It could be someone that's kind of just on our mind, someone that did something special that week, a new WAG. We could do deep dives. So, like, if there's ever a WAG that you guys are like extra curious about, just let us know, and maybe we'll
Mhm.
pick them for our girls' room segment of that week. But today, I really want to talk about Alex Saint Mleux
Please.
because I think she's had a huge WAG glow up
She
this season.
has.
This season, especially, I think that she really has kind of come into her own and she's like kind of turned the narrative around.
Mm.
So, last year, about this time last year, was her first introduction on the grid. I think she came to Monaco and that was the first time she was
Yeah,
at,
truly.
and because I remember we had to do a we had to do
At
an
Boston
emergency
Calling. Yeah, yeah.
um and so for a while, because I mean it was in typical Charles fashion, it was pretty quick after his breakup with Charlotte.
Hmm.
And so people were kind of skeptical and they were like, they look alike, they look the same. Like, but I don't know what to think about her. She's boring, she's private, we don't know anything about her. Like, what was the timeline? Obviously, we're gonna slut shame her because couldn't be his problem if he cheated on Charlotte with her. Had to be her fault. So which allegedly nobody knows. But I think that like to go from there to where she is this year,
Yeah.
huge glow up. Like I just think that she
Her
has
style
really,
has, she got a stylist for
yeah,
sure because her style has like been so elevated this
so
season.
elevated. And I think that people are like kind of started out being like, oh, she's super private. Like that's like boring and sketchy and like whatever. But I think people are kind of liking it now. Like, okay, she's just kind of like minding her own business, but like she pops up in other ways. Like she'll tag Wags and other things. They'll tag her. Like she and Rebecca have a cute little friendship. She and Kika were hanging out in Miami.
Yeah.
And like I think here's the thing. If you want people to like you, get a dog. And be cute with that dog, like always. Like her content with
Yeah.
Leo
Leo elevated her
exponentially.
so many ranks.
Like I just think that she is also showing off her personality a little more. She's showed up in some of Charles's videos. I don't know, I just think it's like really interesting that she's had such a kind of 180 from where people started with her. And I don't think that people compare her to Charlotte a ton anymore. I don't even think that they look alike anymore.
Hmm.
Like I think it was just like at the beginning it was easy to compare,
It was
but
kind of like shell shock a little bit.
yeah.
You're like, hold on.
Hold on, they look similar. But I don't think that they do anymore. And I think that like I don't know. It feels good. Like it feels like a nice relationship for Charles to be in. So I'm supportive. I'll say it.
I'm so glad that you love your man's woman.
I'll support him if he supports me.
Hey, you know what? He did finish the Monaco Grand Prix last year. So
Yeah.
maybe Alex is his good luck charm and he will do really good this year because,
Yeah.
again, he has two sons to impress.
Yeah. I also like, I don't know, we've talked about Alex before and being like, oh, she has like this art Instagram. Like she doesn't, she's private on Instagram. But I think, so here's something that I noticed the other day because I'm like, I don't go to her Instagram ever because it's private. So like why I'm not going to like check to see if it's still private. I just like don't care enough. But I went to it the other day because she had tagged Rebecca in an Instagram story and Rebecca reposted and I was like, oh shit, does this mean that Alex is public now? It didn't. But it made me think of you. It was very Nicole coded that her Instagram like icon is a very high def photo of the moon,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only the moon, so it doesn't look like it's an icon. It looks like there's just like a moon on her Instagram, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's for Nicole,
Yeah.
and it
So
was very
Nicole Coven.
cool, and I was like, that's so like fun and Gen Z of her.
Yeah.
So I was just appreciative of that.
Yeah. I love it.
So I'm Team Alex, in case
Love to
anyone
hear that.